Jared here with OnX, and I want to talk to you a little bit about identifying key points on a map, particularly listening locations when you're not there in person to verify those locations. And so the first thing that we're going to cover is identifying listening spots. So as you can see on my map here, I've got a couple points of interest marked, and what I'm looking for when I'm looking for listening spots is places at the top of a ridge where I can listen down into multiple drainages and across valleys. So as you'll see here, you can see that these points of interest waypoints are marked on subtle finger ridges where there's multiple drainages that are coming up those finger ridges, so you can hear in multiple directions, you know, to your north, to your south, to your east, to your west. And what that's going to do is those gobbles are going to be able to carry across those drainages, up those creek systems, and you're just going to be able to hear far more than you would if you weren't on that finger ridge or at the top of the ridge. So you're really going to want to identify those high knob points, and the way you can do that is utilizing our hybrid mode feature, which really makes the water features pop even if there's not necessarily a flowing creek in those bottoms. It shows you where the water is, which is an easy identifier where the bottoms are, and then you can use your knowledge of reading topography to find those finger ridges or those high points where you are going to be able to hear the longest distances. So that's really what I'm looking for in these listening locations. You can see here this finger ridge comes down along this road, and there's multiple drainages both to the southeast and the northwest that you're going to be able to hear from this point right here. And then just to the north of it, the same thing. You have this secondary ridge coming off the main ridge system. So not only could you hear what is to the northwest here and to the south, but you'd also be able to hear the other side of the top of the ridge straight east. So you're going to want to put yourself in the highest point possible. That way that sound is going to carry further from those gobbles, and you can identify where it's coming from far more accurately.